What's up everyone? I am really excited to get into this video. If you have started to create a gamified class, one of the first things that you think about doing is like your theme and these other things, but when you get a little further in, you start to think about items and power-ups. What can I give students? Because a huge piece to a game is that customization, that empowerment you get from kind of leveling up and getting that new sword, that new item. So how do we do that in the class? And what's the most streamlined and efficient way to do it? There are probably lots, but I'm here to tell you one and even share out a template with you at the end. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, stick around. Thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it. As always, if you could like and subscribe this video, if you could hit that little bell notification, that'll remind you when new videos come out. That would be awesome. Really appreciate that. All right, let's get into today's video. Today's video is about items and power-ups, but specifically how to create them. I could do another video if you think that would be interesting about different item power-ups and ways to come up with ideas. If you want that, why don't you pop that down in a comment down below? I would love to hear from you. What this video is about is more the process, like how I create. And for that, we're gonna pop over to the computer now. All right, so here is the folder that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys. It's gonna be awesome. You have all sorts of features here. I have used the same sort of color scheme as Fortnite. The game Fortnite is really popular right now, so I did the same color scheme. And what I mean by that is, and I've put the text in here for you, is common is a light blue, uncommon's green, rare is blue, epic is purple, legendary is gold, and then artifacts, that's sort of from my game. You probably don't need it, but nonetheless I have a brown, and then I also have a white one that, I don't know, maybe your game needs that, so I wanted to put it in there. All right, so you could load up any one of these. So I'm just gonna load up kind of the common one, common light blue. And here we have kind of the main crux of what we're gonna be looking at. And for this template, what you'd wanna do is just go File, Make Copy for each new item that you're doing. So this is just gonna be the one item we're working on today. And so let's say I'm gonna be making a Neolithic axe today. And that's an item you get in the beginning. So I'm gonna change the level. That's what's in this corner for me. So it's gonna be level 2. This is, for me, this is what type of item it is. It's a weapon. And I'm gonna fill in the text here. So this is like, what does this item do? It explains to the player what it does. This one for me is gonna do, it's gonna have BP of 7. And it's also gonna say with fire badge. This is kind of cool. This is like having two things work together. So if they have this fire badge, this is gonna get kind of an upgraded feature. So with fire badge, you get to roll for 25 XP, period, on roll of 5 or 6, item gets damaged. All right, now just some formatting things. I like a clean item. I like it to look nice. So I'm gonna center that. Make that bold with fire badge. And I'm gonna center this. I'm gonna bold that because that's the main feature. And then, so I have some things over here. These are things I put in that bottom corner. These are things like that my students will become familiar with these sort of graphics. So I have the heart. The heart is you have to be at full health to use this item. Then the like 2 hearts with an empty heart, that means you don't have to be at full health to use this item. The lightning bolt means it's a one-time item. Then I don't have to like always write that this is a one-time item or not a one-time item. If they see the lightning bolt in that corner, they know it's a one-time item. Then this sort of like repeat circle is that it's kind of a never-ending item and it goes forever. And then the repeat circle with a little asterisk in the middle, that's its never-ending, possibly? And then the last graphic is this item stackable? So one of the rules in my game is students can only have one item per pocket, because I'm gonna print all these off and they're gonna put them in a card sleeve, like a baseball card sleeve, and they can only put one. So if they have 3 Neolithic axes, they're gonna need to be in 3 different pockets, unless I put this stackable feature in the corner. So here, for this Neolithic axe, you don't have to be at full health. So I'm gonna copy that and paste it, and then I'm just gonna drag it over here. And the way I do my items, the first graphic is always the health. The next graphic is how often it can be used. And then the other one is it stackable? So this isn't stackable, so I'm not gonna put that on there. This is a one-time, or then this is unlimited unless it breaks. So I'm gonna put that one in there. All right, and here's how we'll denote that it breaks. If they fill in these 2 one-time lightning bolts, they know it's over, it's done. Now, this doesn't, I mean, it's starting to look cool, but you're like, what? You have this just yellow background, what's that all about? We're gonna add an item, an image here. So we're gonna go image, upload from computer, I'm gonna go desktop, I'm gonna go items. These are some graphics I pulled before this video. I always recommend grabbing all sorts of photos and images that you might use. So I'm doing the axe here, so I'm gonna open that up, and that looks good. Shrink it a little bit, but now I need to get it behind this image, and I put the directions over there. Once you import the image, you can hit Control and then the up and down arrow. Depending on your computer, Mac, I actually have to use the Command key, so I'm going to do that. And so eventually I just kept pushing down. It eventually went below enough layers to now we have this underneath the image. And I have finished making the Neolithic axe. It is all done. And now what I'd want to do is, well, I want to print this, right? So if I go File, Print, I do not want this. I do not want one giant item. So what you need to do is, again, if you hit Control D, again, I have to hit Command D because it's a Mac, but I'm going to make 9 images of these. All right, so it's just the same one over and over and over and over. Now if I go File and go down to Print, what I can do is, if you go to More Settings, Pages per Sheet, I'm gonna go 9. And boom, it has resized these to print out 9 on a sheet. It looks good. You hit Print, quick cuts with a paper cutter, and you got this all set. Now let's say you were like, oh, I want to make a change. I didn't like how I did something, which actually I need to do. I forgot something on this item. So I can go 2 through 9, hit delete. I'm back to just the 1. I forgot all of these. These are really cool. For anybody that has done any card collecting games, this is huge. These are some of the things people really work to do. They want to collect all of the certain things from each set. So what I do is each unit, I use a different graphic so kids can kind of know if they're collecting, like which unit they came from and that kind of thing. So this one comes from my oldest unit, my Mesopotamia unit. So I'm gonna grab this pyramid and I pop it right there. Now I have finished that item. And again, I'm just gonna duplicate that down so I have 9 of them and I'm done. And you would just make a new copy of a new item. You want to do a more challenging item, a better item, then like don't do a common, like go grab one of the other templates and you're set. This is so fun to create. It's so easy. I just have a folder with all my items in it. Now if I want to print more of these, I just click this, hit File, Print, do the 9 pages per sheet, and you're set. You're set to go. Kids love it. I love it. It's super simple, super slick, and it's just something that I think you guys will really enjoy. You get to kind of personalize the game to your features and the things you like, and I think think that's all you need to know for today. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please consider watching some of the other videos we have on this channel. There's all sorts of ones. This whole channel is about finding joy in the journey of the classroom and our life. I want you to be checking them out, and if you could, post a comment. Again, like and subscribe always helps. Really appreciate it. Want to hear from you guys. That's all I got for you today. Take care.